Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Stacy with Crafty Dragon Creations. Welcome back to the lair. Let's get started on our project. So today I'm going to work on this envelope or paper bag journal. The making of this I will link down below or put it up in the corner. So yeah, I haven't done anything, and in the last video, I told you I wanted to wait until I have my new kit listed because that's what I'm going to be using to decorate this journal. So that kit is now listed, and yeah, the link for that is down below, and now I can play with it. I'm so excited. All right, so I've cut out all the ephemera and everything. So that's all in there. And then I have printed all the pages. So let's start doing some decorating. I have no plans. I don't really know what I'm going to do. But I think I want her on the front here. So let's figure that out. So I can cut that. Get a pencil here. And okay, so I'm going to trim this off and trim this off. And probably about right there is where I'll go across. And then I think I'm going to try something. I'm going to come all the way over to the flap, you know, all the way over here, but then I'll cut it to where we can still get inside here. In theory. In theory. Okay. But I don't want to cut it. I think I want to rip it. So let me get my tearing ruler. Hang on. Okay, so I have my tearing ruler here. So let's try to get this somewhat straight. Okay. So we'll save that little guy for something else. Let's try to get this bottom part off here. And then before I cut off the white part, I wanted to get this up here. There we go. And hopefully this will be somewhat correct. Oh yeah, that'll be good. Okay, so I want to ink it up. So I'm going to use, there we go. You know what? I was going to use ground espresso, but I think I'm going to use shabby shutters, something like that. Hold on. Yeah, shabby shutters, because it's kind of that greenish yellow color in there. Yeah, I like that. So I'll get this inked up. Okay, so we'll keep that out, keep that out, and okay, we're going to glue that down, but I want to tear About right there. And here. Okay, let's see. See if we can do this. Okay. Yay. Okay. Get that inked up. This little piece inked up. So then we'll glue her right up to the edge here. And this will be glued about right there. I think I'm gonna leave a little bit of the bag showing. See if we can ink that up just a little. Probably just get the little points of the, whoops, that's okay. Okay. So we'll have that. And we'll have that. Okay. I like it. Let's do it. Okay, and once again, put my glue on the other side. I don't know why I do that. Yeah, here we go. There we go. And then we have a pocket here. And let's see, did I have some words? I don't even remember. Don't know that I did. I guess I didn't do any words. Okay. Well, we can come up with something maybe to put up there. And I think I want to, I should have done this before I glued it on. I should have done some embossing on her wings. Wonder how much of a mess that's going to be for me to do that. Let's try it. Okay, so I have this holographic embossing powder. I keep coming over here because my camera used to be over here and I've kind of moved it. So yeah, okay. There's that embossing powder. And I'm gonna try to just kind of color on her. Real quick. It's kind of hard to see, so I might miss some, but I can always go over it again. Okay. This stuff is always so messy and I get little glitters everywhere, but I wanted to do it, of course, after the fact. Yeah, see, that'll be pretty. Okay, let me get this put away. And we'll heat this up. All right, and there we go. There's not much light here to see, but yeah, that's cute. Show me some light. There we go. So her little wings are nice and sparkly. Okay. I think I might leave this page just for now. And let's see here. I think we're gonna have to go with, let's do this one for these two little pieces here. Okay, first of all, I'm going to rip off that white so I can see exactly where I'm dealing with stuff here. So let's see. Do on the back so that I can see where I want to tear it. So about right there, and maybe there. Let's see. Again, try to get it straight. Yeah, that's cute. And then this one, let's see, we have that, so probably go about there. And come down to about there. So nothing in this is going to be perfect, but I'm okay with that. Okay. And again, we will ink the edges here with shabby shutters. And these will go down here. Like so. And this one. There we go. can take an embellishment, our little fussy cut piece. Got kind of like, I don't know if I want the mushroom on mushroom. Maybe we got a little rock. We could even make that a little tuck spot because this, I printed on kind of thicker paper. So let's cut this out. And we'll ink around that. Yeah, that's cute. So we'll make it a little pocket. There we go. So let's say we just had a little tag or ticket that'll fit in there. And then we can do same thing with the top one, or just kind of leave that because we have, you know, I think actually I'm going to glue this. I don't want that to be as gusseted as that is. There we go. So it'll just be like that. And we can find something to put on that one later, but I just wanted to at least do that. All right, so this one, let's see what we got here. Oh, I want to cover that side too, but let's see. No, okay. Maybe this one. Actually, let's do this one first. And let's put her on there. Where do we want to do her? I think her. Okay. So get this white off. I'll go ahead and, I don't know, I'll wait. Okay. Get out of here. Let's see. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get this as straight as I can. Oh no, okay. That's fine. That's fine. It is a junk journal. Go ahead and take this side off too. All right, so let's see. About right there. Okay. I need a little bit more, don't I? Need a little bit more off of there. Not that much. Okay. That's fine. All right, this one we're going to do the ground espresso. Because this side's kind of already done. And that's okay that it's all uneven, right? Now, do we want to make this a side loading pocket or top loading pocket? Or a pocket at all? So we're going to have a lot of pockets. I think we'll be okay if we don't make that a pocket. What do you think? We could make this a pocket. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I want to make this a little bit sturdier. I have somewhere a text block. Okay. Just so that I don't really have to tear that again, I'm just gonna make it a little smaller. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of trace this. And then we can cut it smaller. Oops. So it doesn't have to be, you know, perfect on the back side because we're not going to see it, but just something to make it a little more sturdy. Since this is going to be a pocket. Yeah, that'll work. I'm just going to use a glue stick. Hold on, don't dry it. Don't dry. There we go. There we go. Okay. So then we'll glue these 3 sides. Like so. There we go. And we could fill it up with something a little later. But I like that. And then the other side of her, let's put her on this side maybe. Do we want her looking out of the book? She looks like she wants to escape, doesn't she? Please. Or do we want her looking into the book? So we could put her there. Or here. I think I'm going to go ahead and trim this off. Hopefully. There we go. And let's get this inked up so we can see a little better how it's going to look somewhere. Okay. So do we want to, this is pretty big here. No, not there. Maybe here. Do we like it on that, with that kind of background? I don't know. And there she's looking out. I think maybe we'll put her here. That'll be a good cover up, you know, for this stuff. Even though she's looking out of the journal. Just a little bit taller, but I think that's okay. And actually, let's make this a top loading pocket. Let's do that. So I'm just gonna take my scissors and try to get just a sliver off of there. Somewhat straight. Okay. Yes, even if it's not straight, you really can't tell, because this isn't straight, which is fine. That does hang down a little bit down there, so I'm gonna have to trim that down, which will take off some of that cool edge. But you know what? We could just move it up. Let's see how that looks. I'm gonna ink this with the shabby shutters because it's a little more of that green. So then we still have that kind of trim. Look at that. And then I don't have a scrap. I don't have a scrap piece of... Okay, that's gonna work. Let me get this. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking this, I cut it off, and I'm just moving it up the page a little bit. And I can put that down. All right, let's go ahead and glue her down. Get her as far down and over as I can. And then this little piece, that's a pretty good idea, Stacy. All right. Let's bring that up. And you can kind of tell, but I don't mind. Cool. Okay. So then we have a top loading pocket up here. And I think I will make a notch. Ooh, I almost didn't like that. But that's okay. Wait, I want to do this one. I think it kind of adds to the shabbiness there. Cute. I like that. Okay. So she's living there. Let's see. This is kind of tall. So can we put that sideways? Can we do this one sideways? I think we can do that sideways. Let's do that sideways. Yeah, okay. So once again, I'm going to tear off the white parts. All right, and then let's see. Maybe put it on this side. That'll cover more of that. Okay. We're gonna do that. We're gonna put it on this side. We're gonna go to about here. All right. Perfect. All right, I'm going to ink around this. And also, guys, you know, you don't have to cover the entire page, which I'm probably going to end up, you know, not doing through some of this. I think actually I'm going to put it here. When I made the, see that has paint on the other side, and when I made this I thought that would be kind of cool to have that, but now going in here, those colors, they don't go. So I think we'll cover those up. But still want to be able to use the pocket. So we're going to tear here and here. We're going to do like we did on that other page. Well, that's not straight, is it? Okay, we're going to try this. Okay. Get that inked up. And that'll go right up against that edge there. Maybe a little. I don't want it to, you know, hinder closing the journal. By the way, I'm using that Aleene's tacky glue, which is really good for being able to move your, your paper around to get it where you want it. So our glitter glue doesn't give you much much time, you know, if you need to move your paper around. So do I even want to do that? I kind of like that. Let's leave that. And I'll do something with this down here, but I like that. Now I don't mind the inside being painted, but I just didn't want it on the outside. Okay, so got that. All right, let's cover up this. Be kind of fitting to put a, what looks like a medicine bottle on the prescription bag, right? Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Top there. No, nope, that fits good. Okay, gonna do that. Okay, so we're gonna see that, and I don't want to see that. So I'm gonna find some washi tape. Here, I've got some with little mushrooms, and I'm just gonna put it right, because I don't want to put my paper right up to that and then it, you know, bend when I'm trying to close the journal. So we're gonna do this. Yep. And I might just go all the way around. I don't know what I'll end up putting on this side, but I'm sure we can make it work. Let's see. I need this little tool here. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, that looks cute. Looks better than, you know, the print that was on there, so that's what we're gonna do. Cute. I like that. You know, we might even flip this over. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do with that yet, but I like that. And let's see, this one, I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Let's see. What do we want to do here? Kind of like, I love those boots. It's so cute. Do we want to do that? Let's see what else. Let's just see what else we have. Oh, that should have been, okay, never mind. Not even gonna say it. Not gonna go there. Okay. There's that. That. Maybe this one. Kind of like that. Or we could cut him out. Do we want to cut him out? I don't know, I kind of like the whole thing. The less paper I can waste, the better. Okay. That'll be on there like that. We can either scoot it over or we can put it in the middle. I think we'll put it in the middle. Let me ink this up. And I'm also going to ink the top of this thing so it shows better that that's open. There we go. Yeah, I think that'll look cool. I like it. Okay, let's do that. There we go. And I think, let's see, I have some tiny washi tape. Hold on. Okay, so let's see here. Oops. Oh, that one might be cool. So we can kind of decorate a little bit more down the side here. I'm gonna find the end. There we go. Yeah. Use up some of that washi tape. I may need to end up going back and gluing that, 'cause I don't know how well that's gonna stick. But let's do the other side. Does that look about even? It's good to me. There we go. I like that. Just adds a little extra something. Okay, and then we got a big pocket there. Let's see, I've done mostly this side, so let's go ahead and put our mushroom. I think that I want to cut it out. Let's see. There we go, it's cute. And we can make around that. I kind of want to put something behind there, but I'm not quite sure what. Maybe we'll do some stenciling. Let's do some stenciling or stamping. Actually, maybe we'll use this brick one. I haven't had a chance to use it yet. All right, so I got this big acrylic block. Okay, and let's take the book page and kind of protect that. Okay, so if we have this, okay, so we'll go around. Now, what color? I think probably black is going to be our best bet. So I have black soot. Okay, let's try this. Ooh. Yeah, I think that'll look cool. Okay, so let's do kind of this side. So if we can somewhat line this up. Not great, but whoops, sorry. It'll do. All right. Let's see if we can just kind of, oops, that's okay. Let's kind of get down here a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Oh, apparently, so does my hand. Okay. That would have been cool as a pocket. I think what I'm going to do is enforce this a little bit, just like we did with that other one. Here, let's see. So this is how you do it when you don't think about gluing it down first. Just kind of go behind it. I mean, the whole thing really doesn't have to be covered if you're using it as a pocket, because you're mostly just going to be bringing something, you know, in and out, but you kind of want some sturdiness on there. This is also a great way to use a book page. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure I get right up here at the top. And then I do want to put a little piece there on that chimney. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so that has some strength to it, so now we can use it as a pocket. I'm going to kind of bring it over because I missed some stamping on the other side here, so all right, let's do it. I think that's as far as I'm gonna go because I want to make sure I can put something kind of wide in there. Okay, so let that dry. All right, I think I'm going to stop there for today, and we will continue on our decorating journey in the next video. Oh, get my little dragon back over there. All right, so what do we think so far? Let's look kind of at what we've done. Got her on the front. Love that. I probably won't do anything with this. I don't know. That'll be tough decision. And then we covered these two. I'll need to open that probably. We have this one. And then we did that one. And we covered that page. And we covered that one. And that one. And we did that. Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe so you can follow along with me on this journey, the paper bag journal. We will continue to do more stuff. Yeah. If you want to follow me in my Facebook group, that information is down below, along with all my other socials. My link tree is down there. So yeah, I would love to see you guys. I'd love for you to follow along. And again, the link to this kit is down below. So there we go. Until the next one. Bye-bye.